Welcome to Los Caballeros Sports Village in Fountain Valley, California for the 69th United States Handball Association's Four-Wall National Championships on a Sunday where the women's finals are about to get underway. My name is Dave Vincent alongside David Fink. For this match, we have Catriona Casey, Dave. We have Ciana Curry, both from Ireland, both looking for that national championship title.
Catriona Casey, the world #1, the women's race freight #1, the current players champion. She is not the current USHA national champion, lost in the finals last August. Catriona Casey has won 4 USHA Four-Wall National singles titles. Ciana Curry seeking her first. There's an unforced error from Catriona. These ladies matched up twice this season on the Women's Race Freight Tour, both in finals. First in November in Tucson, the second in March in San Francisco. Catriona winning both those matches in 2 games. She was pushed to overtime in one of those 4 games. But other than that, pretty convincing wins. Here's a good start for Ciana.
2-0.
Always a good feeling when you've got 2 points on the board and counting and your opponent hasn't served yet.
Both agree. Second serve.
Level 5 referee for this final. That'd be Mike Pops.
Point.
We've seen Catriona start slowly.
I'm sorry. You thought the ball slid? I didn't see the slide.
Did you see it slide, Dave?
I called no slide.
Catriona's had problems on this court before.
So we'll take that one over.
Wow.
Both line judges agreed on that slide.
I refereed Catriona's first loss on the Women's Race Freight Tour against Aisling Riley on this court. And there were a lot of issues.
Short.
Bad bounces, double bounces,
Second serve.
hinders. Catriona ended up losing that match, 11-9 tiebreaker. Catriona is historically a very fast starter, but in this event, Dave, she started slowly in both of her singles matches so far. Gave up 7 points in the first game in her opening round. Trailed 3-2 yesterday and gave up 8 points in that first game. Very un-Casey-like. These are some grueling rallies.
Both of those players playing really close there, and it looked like it was kind of upsetting Catriona a little bit that the referee didn't stop that rally about 5 shots earlier. Wow, that's an amazing shot right there. Right corner kill, flat mouse. Look at this thing, Dave. Absolutely beautiful. Tremendous.
Doesn't get any better than that. I would say Ciana, similar to Martin Mulkern's, where she's knocking on the door. She's putting herself in these big finals. I know Martin won the big one in Ireland in 2018, but has not yet broken through in the US, and Ciana's in a similar spot.
Second serve. Point.
I don't know how these ladies would be able to keep up this pace. 30+ shot rallies already for them in this match.
Point.
Another overhand air from Catriona, who tries to go to the ceiling with her right
5, serving 1.
and misses for the second time.
Short. Second serve. Point.
Wow.
This is pressure from Ciana, who's keeping Catriona in the backcourt and forcing her to take some shots that aren't really in her wheelhouse.
Dave, don't you get the sense, though, that Ciana is going to have to make an offensive shot to get some points as well?
No, I think what she's doing will work if she can maintain this level of consistency and power. What's encouraging here for CNC fans is her fitness level. We've always said if you're going to beat Catriona, you've got to be supremely fit. And of course, have all the skills.
But she had the big back wall setup that she wanted during that rally and hit what she was wanting to hit was a pass shot, but she should have gone for a kill shot down the right. I think she's playing it too safe on those aggressive opportunities.
I think what Ciana is doing right now is working very well. She's not allowing Catriona
6, serving 1.
to set up in the front court and to start hitting those corner kills that she does so well. You see Catriona's on the run. She's out of position here in a perfect corner kill. I think the worst thing you can do against a player as great and as crafty as Catriona is to play too much offense and force the offense. It plays right into her hands. Can't argue with this score here. 7-1.
Second serve.
Ciana.
Point.
Now you remember, Ciana did take a game off
Timeout number 1.
Catriona Casey as Catriona takes a timeout at the NYAC in her first women's race for 8 finals appearance. And then Ciana ended up losing that match in a tiebreaker. I can remember between the first and the second game, Catriona sat down and was as calm as anyone I've ever seen and went back in and just dominated the next 2 games.
Yeah, she flipped a switch. I remember that, and it was really impressive. Completely changed her style. Getting a little bit of coaching here from Eugene Kennedy.
Well, Catriona right now is not able to play her game, and that's credit to Ciana, who's
Just really overpowering.
overpowering and taking control of these rallies. Not so much with kill shots, but when you're in those back corners and you're moving laterally virtually every shot, it's hard to really get much momentum. The only great shot Catriona hit was a back foot, 33-foot right corner kill. How often are you going to make those?
Serving 1. Short. Second serve. Point.
Now it's an air, and this is what happens when you get a little bit flustered.
9, serving 1. Point.
And another point, 10-1.
10, serving 1. Point.
I don't think you had this start penciled in, Dave.
No, I didn't, but I like it.
11, serving 1.
I like this aggression. And that was an offensive shot. The last 2 have been. So if you're going to be aggressive like Ciana is and go for offense too, that's really wicked.
1, serving 11.
Big setup here.
Point.
Catriona had the look. She went for it and got it. And at a point here now 2-10, excuse me, 2-11 in game number 1, going to 21. There's a long way to go, but you imagine what type of confidence Ciana would get if she won this match. Wow, such a smart shot. Overhand spike from Ciana.
11, serving 2. Point.
Nice shot there. Ciana goes with that left to front kill, gets it. Score now 12-2 in game number 1.
Short. Second serve.
Dave, another unbelievable shot there from Ciana.
Well, she set it up by keeping Catriona above her shoulders, earning that big setup and then capitalizing. The kill shots are the explanation point on the rally, but it's what she's doing to get those kill shot opportunities.
Serving 2.
It's going to be very difficult for Catriona to come back in this game, particularly based on what we've seen. Catriona would have to outscore Ciana 19-5 to win this game. I don't see it happening, not based on what's happened in the first 10 minutes of this match.
Well, it's not going to happen here.
Okay.
Ciana's starting to get confident too now with her kill shot. Referee called a slide there. Ciana didn't like it.
15, serving 2.
Interesting, Dave. I can't remember one slide call in a women's match in this tournament. In this match already, we've seen 2.
Well, if it were to happen, it would happen early in the morning here or later in the afternoon, but it seems like during the day it gets warm enough.
Great get.
Look at that power. The offhand.
Ciana is locked in here, which is
15, serving 2.
exactly what you want in a big match like this. I wouldn't say Catriona's playing terribly, but look where she is on every ball. Back at the 38-foot mark. Once again, back at the 38-foot mark.
I don't know about that.
The only time Catriona was in front of the dotted line was scooping up a kill shot, which was re-killed with authority from Ciana. So how are you going to win rallies when you're stuck behind the dotted line on 9 of your 10 shots? And your only chance to move forward is to pick up a 3-inch high kill that you barely scooped up.
It was a shot before that, though, that she tried to hit that ball that is a roundabout, goes up to the left side wall, to the front, to the right. It's intended to kind of jam Ciana back, but she didn't hit it with any authority because she was off balance. It was lazy, and Ciana came back and was able to let the ball drop, goes for a kill shot. And if you're going to try to match that type of game and that power, those wraparounds, it's going to be very difficult to do. I would have rather liked to see Catriona just go with the traditional pop it up to the ceiling, let the ball drop down the back wall deep into the left. Instead, she's matching these wraparounds.
16, serving 2.
16-2 here.
Side out.
You know, one of Catriona's strong points, Dave, is the fact that she can drop that ball down the back wall on the left with a traditional ceiling shot, kind of a la Tony Healy. Sort of like this, where the ball drops down. Unbelievable play right now from Ciana.
Well, sometimes you have to say, right now my opponent's playing too well.
16, serving 2.
I think if you're Catriona, you're telling yourself, this has to cool down a little bit, Ciana's level of play.
Side out. 2, serving 16.
This is the serve, I think. She can get some type of momentum from.
Point.
It's a very difficult serve to handle because it feels like the ball's in the air forever. You can't take it out of the
3,
air.
serving 16.
And then it bounces in that back corner, and now you're just thinking, what am I going to do here? Especially when it comes off the back wall.
This is a long rally right here. Ciana just dips it in. See, that's one that you circle on the scoreboard. Ciana will probably still go on to win game number 1, but that's where your fitness comes into play. 4-16. That was a very long rally.
Side out.
If you're going to do that serve like Catriona's doing, you have to make it perfect.
Side out.
Now you're starting to see some errors from Ciana.
4, serving 16.
This is why you build a 12-point lead. Those errors aren't
Short.
too significant when you lead by 12.
Second serve.
Catriona's last 3 serves have been all completely different.
Side out.
Timeout being called here from Ciana, I believe.
Timeout number 1.
Catriona's already taken 2. This is the women's finals where Ciana has jumped out to a gigantic lead. A little bit of momentum change there as Catriona fights back to get a couple, making it 4-16, but might be a little too late. Ciana getting that advice from Coach Mike Wells from Mankato, I believe, or is that Stoffel? David looked like Wells.
That was Coach Wells. He's been instrumental in Ciana's development. Ciana also studies sports psychology, so she will understand the process required here to maintain her thought process and strategy.
If you've never seen Ciana in person, she's
16.
intimidating. She's so strong, and she looks like she's really leaned out. In great shape right now.
It's just hard to find fault with anything Ciana is doing right now. She's making the right shots. She's making the right decisions. The shot selection has really been the difference here in this match.
17, serving 4.
You combine that with the power.
Ball.
I've seen Ciana punch the ball into the back wall a couple of times to keep herself alive. Do you think Catriona should run up there and take that out of the air?
Yeah.
I think so.
17, serving 4.
I think you're really letting your opponent off the hook by letting that bounce and drop to the back of the court.
Right out.
I think Ciana's weakness is still her left, but it's not as much as it used to be.
17.
Her left has gotten so much better.
And just when Catriona has a great look with her right hand, is unable to put the ball away.
17, serving 4.
I don't know in Catriona's life if she's ever lost 21-4 in a tournament.
Catriona's having to make incredible shots just to keep this rally going.
18, serving 4.
Terrible shot there from Catriona. What Ciana is doing so well here is not only keeping Catriona behind the dotted line, way behind the dotted line, but she is
19, serving 4.
executing offensive opportunities at a high rate. And now it's another error, and this game is just a formality at this point. 20-4. And they've only been playing, Dave, for 16 minutes.
But there have been long rallies, and that could do it, and it does. The first one goes to Ciana as she wins 21-4.
I'll tell you, do not count Catriona out of this match.
You're not going to, but even when Catriona had some momentum there, Ciana broke it. And that's the part that has you kind of worried with that statement, doesn't it?
There wasn't too much momentum. She got down 7-1, 14-2.
But she was down 17-2, and then she got a side out and scored 2 points. So made it 4, and then she never scored again. Ciana went right back in there. Some players would start to give up some points. Ciana didn't. She got side out. She started scoring again.
Right.
We're going to take a break. We have about 4 minutes for game number 2. Stick around. More action here from the 69th USHA Four-Wall National Handball Championships. Game number 2 around the corner. Stick with us.
Time in. Catriona Casey serving.
We are back for game number 2. First one going to Ciana Nee Curry as she wins 21-4. And here's that first serve from Katrina Casey, our 3-time champion, looking for number 4. You're watching the Four-Wall National Handball Championships, and a quick side out there from Ciana as Dave Fink sits into the booth with yours truly, Dave Vincent. Want to thank Jeff Kastner and Shay Lowenstein for helping out with the production, for actually providing the production.
Second serve.
More than helping out.
That was a quick side out for Ciana, who is intent on showing that she's out to continue the destruction that happened in game number 1.
Slide, you're right. Slide ball.
Dave, I told you before that I
Serving 0.
had the opportunity to play against Ciana a month or so back in Tucson, Arizona, and I came out with huge reviews.
2, serving 0.
She was really impressive. And the only thing I can say to her is, why haven't you won a national championship yet? I don't get this. This is amazing. And she said, well, that's what I'm aiming to do. That's what I'm trying to do.
How many people have you said that to?
Probably 200, but that was the last time I said it.
Yeah.
Therefore relevant?
Somewhat, yeah. I think the why haven't you won a national championship is right on the same list as get artists, serve artists.
Back wall.
Ball.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yeah, that's not what you want when you're down 23-4. You finally hit a pretty good shot, and the L5 erases it. Marco Chavez, Dave, takes the 40 doubles. He'll go for the slam in just about an hour. That was Marco Chavez and Carlos Chavez defeating George Garcia and Joe Harris.
Point. 3, serving 0.
3-0 now here in game 2. First one going to Ciana. That was short. Congratulations to Marcos.
Second serve.
Seems like we say that a lot.
And his partner.
Well deserved for Marcos. Always seems to be breaking records.
Side out. 0, serving 3.
0-3 here. Katrina loses the first one, 21-4.
Point.
And she finally scores her first point in about 25 minutes.
1, serving
I don't think
3.
that's ever been said. Just like,
Point.
no, that was short, Dave.
Well, we have an
Iconic
appeal.
foot. She's appealing the serve. Both agree.
Ooh,
Point.
I don't know about
2,
that.
serving 3.
Well, 3 people saw it good.
2 saw it bad.
Who was the second?
Me and Ciana.
Point.
Taking a little off. She feathers that ball down the right.
3.
Sometimes that's all it takes when you're down big. You make one little adjustment to your swing. Maybe the way the ball comes through your hand or the speed of your arm, and things can change.
Look how,
Point.
look how far Ciana hit that ball on that overhit. And that's exactly what I mean by Catriona controlling that deep left.
Point.
Hey, Dave, that was a nice dig from Ciana.
Was it though?
I saw it in one. It
5,
Okay.
3.
was a good crack serve, you're saying.
Point.
And now Catriona just rolling. This is why, Dave, the first game doesn't mean anything if you can't validate it. Catriona now, after not scoring for 25 minutes, I'm taking your word for that because I had it at 23, has put 6 points on the board now in 1 minute and 40 seconds.
Yeah. But look where Ciana is having to start from, way far deep in the left. Meanwhile, Catriona wants you to put her there. She likes it back in that spot.
Well, she didn't in the first game, where she did a lot of that and also scored just 4 points playing the majority of her match behind the dotted line.
Now, Dave, I couldn't hear the ref. Is he saying 3 to 6?
I believe it is. That's what I have on my scorecard.
Side up.
Ever since the 2009 Simple Green US Open, where we had a scoring discrepancy, I've kept my own scorecard just in case. That's why you always see me over here scribbling,
Side out.
writing, erasing.
I go what is reported by the National Association. That's the score that I use.
Well, since that discrepancy, 1,914 matches ago, where the referee did not know the score, I figured there might need to be a backup, so I'm here just in case.
Okay.
4, serving 6. Bad bounce.
4 serving 6 now.
4, serving 6.
It's interesting, Dave, these two are not doubles partners in this tournament. You would think you'd want to form a super team to give yourself the best chance at winning the doubles, but they've split up. I don't know that they've ever played doubles together. And they'll be playing against each other in the doubles final following the singles.
5, serving 6.
That's a good shot right there from Catriona. Nice rundown earlier from Ciana, though.
Six, serving 5. Point. 7, serving 5. Point. 8, serving 5. Short. Second serve. Point. Timeout number 1. May I see your gloves, please? Change them, please. Let's see your gloves, please. Resuming play. 9, serving 5.
Score is 9-5.
Catriona really in control here, up 9-5, goes back to that serve. Catriona trailed 2-0 in this second game, so 9-3 run, which has been really the only positive momentum she's had, but she's got it at the right time. And Dave,
Side out.
that was a, I would say, pretty lucky shot. The hardest thing to do is to close out a champion,
5,
particularly when
79.
you've never beat her before. That's where Ciana will need to rely on that sports psychology.
Side out.
Beautiful shot there. Another side out. Nice dig early in the rally, too,
9, serving 5.
from Catriona.
Hinder ball.
Jeez. Catriona missed that. Couple more inches to the right, and she won't get that call.
9, serving 5.
Look at that serve
Point.
fade away.
It's amazing.
Such a great serve.
And it's just barely over the line, too. That makes it even more tough because you can't let it bounce one more time because it's not going to make it to the back wall. It's going to
10,
double
serving
bounce
5.
before it gets there.
Short. Second serve. Nope, bad bounce.
Frustrating. Bad bounce on the back left corner. There's a lot of seams here.
10, serving 5.
If it's not sliding, it's bad bouncing back there. 10-5, game 2. Catriona trying to force a tiebreaker, losing game 1. If you just tuned in, 21-4, that ball slid.
Serving 5.
The score's similar to game 1,
Short.
but the play's been a little bit
I
different.
called it short.
Catriona's not
There's an appeal.
overpowering Ciana here,
Both
but
agree.
she's
Second serve.
playing very smart. Oh, that's different.
Point. 11, serving 5. Point.
Such a smart shot. From up there, Dave, that was like almost at her neck when she hits that.
Oh, she used the spin of that ball coming off the side wall and just let it roll through her hand. Perfect shot.
Short. Second serve.
If it goes to a tiebreaker, Ciana will get the first serve.
Point. $13, serving 5.
that if is becoming a very good possibility with each passing rally.
Second serve.
Last year at the National Championships, Catriona defeating Ciana 21-2, 21-5. So we had a 40-point turnaround in the first game here.
It's amazing.
From 10 months ago. Now we might have another 40-point turnaround between the first and second game of this match.
Well, this has happened before. You think of those Lisa Frazier, Anna Kristoff matches where you could see a lopsided victory, and then game 2, lopsided victory for the other player, and then...
I was thinking about that.
Serving 5. Short.
And then you'd see a knockdown, drag-out tiebreaker.
Second serve.
In the Kristoff-Frazier matches, that is?
Yeah. I saw 21-1, 21-1, 11-10.
Wow.
Slide ball.
Catriona moving forward really well now. And when you start to get some confidence, your feet start to move a lot better also.
15,
But you're really seeing Catriona in the front court now, though. She's standing way up in front of Ciana. Before, Ciana was pushing Catriona back.
Isn't that the key to this game?
It is. Look at that shot.
Try it out. Five, serving 15. Side out.
Low percentage attempt from CNC there.
15, serving 5.
15-5. Score in game number 2. Make that 16-5.
I caught it good. She's appealing. One has no opinion, one agrees. So we're going to call that I call that a point. That's the point. He has no opinion, and he agreed with me. I don't know how to explain it. Point.
I don't know why it needs any explanation.
16, serving 5.
2 saw the ball good, 1 didn't see it. I don't know how you're going to overturn that.
Well, even if the one that saw it bad, it's still not going to get overturned.
Right.
But it was short.
I thought it was good.
I mean, it was so short, I was surprised they even had to go to a review.
When Catriona puts both hands on both hips, I know the ball was good. That's the reverse fist
5,
pump.
serving 16.
Well, I didn't see it, so.
I know when I see those hands on hips looking up at the ref that
I saw that too.
Means Catriona is right.
Slide ball.
Ooh,
that's tough. She's not going to take it, though.
I don't think she heard the call. Because she looked at the ref for the call, got the call, and
5,
then just...
serving 16.
And he just ignored it.
Did Ciana serve that?
No, she didn't.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
What happened was it wasn't a slide, and the player just
Side out.
played through it.
Okay.
And it is hard for the players to hear with that fan up there. We might be able to hear it because we have a microphone, but they can't. They just hear rumblings.
These serves are just dropping into these back corners so low.
And a timeout called here from Ciana.
Timeout number 2.
This is the 69th United States Handball Association's Four-Wall National Championships. We're at Los Caballeros, Fountain Valley, California. Men's finals yesterday where Paul Brady defeated Martin Mulkerns in 2 straight. That earned him his 11th singles title. Catriona Casey aiming for her 4th out of 5 years. She lost game number 1, if you just tuned in, 21-4. And here in game 2, she's up 17-5, trying to force a breaker. And Dave, she's playing inspiring ball here. And it's been all of the little things that we've grown to know and love about Catriona's game. She's going to the roof. She's jumping on opportunities. She has kill shots. Her left looks good, but her serve has really been remarkable. This power serve to the left has set the table for these points.
Short. Second serve.
Look at that.
Side out.
Unbelievable shot from Ciana. I thought that was a great serve from Catriona. It looked like it was going to slide right. Look at that. It's so tough to get that back.
Oh, the odds are not in your favor from there if you're Ciana. Would you go for that shot at 18-18? I doubt it. Wish we just used this camera angle for every point. Don't see why we wouldn't.
Side out. Seventeen, serving 5. Side out. Five, serving 17.
Yeah, but look at this. You get to see the positioning of their feet.
Handball.
Uh-oh. Got tripped up.
Are things chippy in there? Because I know you like to talk chippiness, but I haven't heard you mention it.
Well, Casey has an edge. She had it when she walked in today. She was kind of upset, I think, maybe at the choice of ref selection. I know I would be.
Yeah.
And she was immediately kind of wanting to argue a little bit.
Point.
And it sort of, I think, put her in the wrong mood.
Right.
But the ref hasn't done a bad job.
6, serving 17.
Well, he's one of 13 level 5 referees in the world.
Side out. Seventeen, serving 6. Point. 18, serving 6.
And this will be the first tiebreaker in the men's round of 16 all the way through to the finals, and also the entire women's draw, besides Tracy Davis and Danielle. So just the second tiebreaker that we'll have seen. Unfortunately, we saw an amazing tiebreaker in the doubles
Side out.
last night.
Six, serving 18.
Catriona, Dave, was on hand yesterday at the Junior WPH USHA 3-wall junior Pro-Am doubles tournament. That was a national championship. She served as one of the referees.
Point.
Nice shot right there. Who won that tournament, Dave? I feel like I just threw you a softball.
Yeah, I'm glad you
7,
asked.
serving 18.
I don't even know if you know, but it was our referee here, my dad, teaming up with yours truly
Wow.
to go undefeated 5-0.
And that's against teams like Killian Carroll.
Killian Carroll was entered. We played him. Sam Esser, Max Langmack, Ricardo Palma, David Sanchez.
But in defense of Max Langmack, when he plays 3-wall, he has to play just one guy because he covers the full court.
Well, he actually jumped
8,
over a
serving
barbed wire
18.
fence.
8.
While tying his shoes.
Yes.
Nope. Side out.
Not sure what happened there with CNC. Could have really done anything with that shot and just totally flubbed
18,
it.
serving 8.
18-8 though. Ciana is working her way back into this second game.
Point.
Wow.
That's a beautiful shot.
You know, Dave, you learn the fundamentals, but that shot is so far beyond fundamentals. I mean, you have to have
19,
perfect
serving
fundamentals,
8.
and then that is what I'd consider like a signature shot, patented shot.
Yeah, maybe so, but she didn't really have that 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Now it seems like she has it.
I saw Catriona play when she was 17 for the first
But
time.
she wasn't fly killing. There was one missing element of her
Time
game,
out,
and that was the
number 3.
underhand paddle and the fly kill. It seemed like she went in one summer and just practiced it, and that was it. And it's become part of her thing now.
I'm not so sure.
She wasn't
just
fly
remember
killing at
thinking,
17.
This is the best play I've ever seen.
That's true, but she wasn't a fly kill person. She said that wasn't something that she was doing a lot of, but she has gone in there and really, that's all changed.
You know, a lot of people want to just say that they're improving because it gives you a reason to keep practicing and staying motivated. But the reality is this is a phenomenon 10 years ago when she was 16 or 17. And, you know, Tiger Woods kept saying he was improving. He was winning 3 majors a year, 4 majors in a row. He wasn't improving. He didn't need to improve. But I think these greats need to tell themselves that I'm adding shots and I'm getting better. But they're not. They're just amazing, and they always are. I don't think you go from being the best in the world to just all of a sudden improving.
Killian seemed like he did. He learned to hit the ball on the run.
I mean, Federer said, no, I'm not trying to improve. I'm just trying to stay the same, which is number 1.
Okay, go.
No?
I mean, it sounds good. It really does. But I saw an improvement from Killian Carroll from one year to the next, and he was already number 1.
Resuming play. 20, serving 8. Game.
Man, that was an amazing shot. Serve right there from Catriona. Hits deep on that back left sidewall and just dies. It checks up, and she wins that one 21-8. And just when it looked like Ciana was making a nice little comeback, Catriona steps in and closes it out. We have 5 minutes before the tiebreaker. We're going to take a break here for Jeff Kastner, Shay Lowenstein, and Dave Fink. My name is Dave Vincent. We'll be back in just a bit. From the 69th United States Handball Association's Four-Wall Nationals with WPHLive.tv.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have a tiebreaker between the number 1 and number 2 ranked players in the world. Let's hear it for these Warriors. with the national championship at stake.
Welcome back in for game number 3 of the
Resuming
women's
play.
pro final as
0,
Ciana Nee
0.
Curry gets the first serve. She wins game number 1, 21-4, but loses game number 2, 21-8 to Catriona Casey, but she gets the first serve here because she scored the most points as we welcome in.
Oh, no. I mean, that's something that you're kind of holding your hat on in the second game, that, well, at least I'm going to serve first in the tiebreaker, and then you blow that with an error.
We're only playing to 11 here to find out who will be the national champion. We're at the 69th USHA Four-Wall National Handball Championships, Fountain Valley, California.
Catriona is really moving well now. Just bouncing back to the red carpet after each shot. Now it's 2 errors to start this match from Ciana. Ciana has taken 14 swings in this third game, and 2 of them are errors.
1, serving 0. Interball.
It's going to be very difficult for Ciana to overcome a slow start in this third game. Just because, Dave, she hasn't won this kind of championship before.
Point.
And another error now, and I would say that I'm calling these errors, but these are difficult shots, difficult situations Catriona's putting Ciana into. A ceiling shot that rides that left wall, very hard to return. Another perfect serve set up. And that shows to me supreme confidence. Catriona taking what are kind of borderline setups and playing defense, because she knows if I keep making my shots, I'm going to get the exact shot that I want. And that's what I mean, Dave. When you're playing somebody, Dave, and you feel supremely confident, you don't need to force shots, because you know a better one's coming around the corner.
Right.
But when you're playing somebody and you feel overmatched, you feel like I need to hit this one an inch high no matter when.
That was a good shot, though.
It was, but not a confident swing, in my opinion. And I don't think she flushed that one.
0, serving 3.
Certainly will give her a little bit of confidence, though, and help her relax.
Side out.
Oh, she needed to convert that.
Yes. To me, Ciana's footwork looks a little bit flat right now. I thought it looked flat on that kill shot she hit to get the side out.
You know, it's like Ciana's waiting for Catriona to make a mistake, and Catriona just hasn't made any.
It's a good shot there.
0, serving 3. Side out.
Oh, no. Does she need to fist that?
No, I was wondering, why are you punching that with a fist? That's an open hand feather into the right corner.
I just don't think there's a lot of consistency in the fist kills. I see people hit them, but I'm not a believer.
Handball.
Boy, that's tough.
I don't think so. I think that's the wrong call. Ciana still had a chance to get there. She was banked behind Catriona. That's not Catriona's fault. No complaint, though, from Catriona.
Point.
Catriona's really rolling now, Dave.
I like how Catriona hit that kill and then walked into it just to get out of the way, make sure she wasn't going to screen.
4, serving 0.
Kind of a la Dave Chapman. Big setup here.
Point.
Ciana is making contact with all of these back wall shots behind her. She's not letting the ball come out in front of her like she was in that first game, and that, to me, is a sign of nerves and tension. You get back there, Dave, to the back wall, and you don't let yourself float towards the back wall and let the ball come out with you. You just sort of plant and wait, and from there, all you can do is arm the ball from behind you. You'll get lucky on a few and roll a couple out, but you're going to miss a lot more and lift more than you make. I know she appreciates that coaching, though, from Dr. Wells.
Well, she finds herself down 0-5 here, going to 11. But you're seeing why Catriona Casey is Catriona Casey. She's made adjustments, and she's built a ton of confidence.
5, serving 0.
Well, she's known as the great adjuster.
But really, she's clamped down when it's come to hand airs. None of that. Very consistent. That was an amazing get, but it's just a terrific serve.
Worst feeling when you have to try and hit that ball around your body. And it's happened to all of us.
6,
Such a great serve. It got you totally turned around like a pretzel.
This has to be put away, Dave.
But it's not. You see Catriona put herself right in the right spot.
Take it over.
And this is where the floor tends to be slippery. Not necessarily because someone falls back there, but there seems to be a lot of condensation
6, serving
close
0.
to those sidewalls in the back of the court. We saw Paul Brady go down in that spot.
I think could also be oil from the floors.
Right.
From where they shellacked it.
Okay. Amazing get.
Point.
Oof, that's just unbelievable. Control. And another point for Catriona Casey.
7, serving 0.
Look at that shot. Oh my goodness. That step backwards allowed that ball to drop.
Catriona really just about pitching a perfect game here in this tiebreaker.
Short.
That is a great angle to show you just how tough that ball would have been if it would have gotten over that line. You see that little hook over to the side wall? Your hand is going to meet the ball.
One person doesn't like it, so.
Side out.
Good shot there from Ciana.
0, serving 8.
The longest rally of the tiebreaker. I love that. Just a little poke right there and a side out, and that's the backbreaker, I think, here in the tiebreaker. He worked so hard, and that little flip.
Well, that's awareness there from Catriona, who knows that Ciana is stuck behind her, and she just flicks the ball a few inches high. Ciana's nowhere near the front of the court.
Point.
Now 9-0.
I called it good. He's appealing to serve. Both agree.
And a timeout.
Timeout number 2.
It's tough to take a timeout when you have 0 points in a tiebreaker.
Two of
and
them.
you've already had all of those timeouts off the board, right?
Nine, serving 0.
9-0 here in game number 3. Catriona Casey is up in the tiebreaker, looking for 2 more points to win her 4th national championship. And Dave, I know I will answer this. She has gone to a tiebreaker to win a national championship before on this court against Aisling Riley.
And that was the first poor shot selection from Catriona, but Ciana does not make her pay, and now she's looking at a breakfast bagel here mid-morning. Los Caballeros. I don't think Catriona's even feeling like giving away any cream cheese.
This could be it right here.
Match.
And she does it. Catriona gets number 4. Ciana outscored 11-0 in the tiebreaker as Catriona Casey takes another national championship title back home to Ireland.
Tremendous comeback for Catriona, who shows that poise and composure that makes her the game's best. For Ciana, very, very heartbreaking defeat, Dave. I think 11-9 would have felt better than 11-0. This is going to be hard to swallow.
That was a tremendous match. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our finalists, Women's Open finalists, another round of applause. Introduce our runner-up and medal presentation to Ciana Ni Shireen. And now, our champion, Catriona Casey. Yeah, you can put it on. Put it on. Congratulations. Catriona, congratulations again. Nice plan.
Thank you.
Had a bit of hard luck there in the Worlds and our Nationals, but here you are back in the winner's circle. You had an exceptional season, won the Players' Championship on the Pro Tour, and it was a little different the first time you guys met in 2016. Of course, Ciana was hurt then. This time she took it to a tiebreaker. What was going through your head after that first game today?
Yeah, like Ciana just was playing really well. I didn't really get going either, so I think it was like a mixture of both, but any mistake I made, like, she punished. So, like, I didn't even get any momentum going towards the end of the first game or anything, like, but, you know, like with any game, you just have to start fresh again, whether you won the last one or not. So nobody enjoys tiebreakers. They're stressful for me to play and stressful to watch, but thankfully I came out the right side this time. And yeah, like, it was a really tough match, but that's what I expect from Ciana now, and she's just going to keep pushing, and so I have to keep trying to get better and better as well.
All right, nice playing. Again, congratulations. So what now? You go back, you're a teacher back in Ireland, start classes. When are you going to get training again, or do you just never stop?
Well, I was working up until Thursday, but we have summer holidays now, so that's nice until the end of August. And I'm going to be playing the 60x30 Nationals and Championship when I go home, so I might take like a couple of weeks off handball and then start into that again. So yeah.
That's excellent. So we can expect you around next year, Minnesota.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, hopefully. Looking forward to it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, let's give her a round of applause. Catriona Casey.